I never thought that I'd see the day that porn was no longer amusing to me. It's really fucked up. So
wait, when was this?
Recently, like it's been a struggle, man. Because usually I don't watch porn to be like, oh, I wonder what he was thinking during this. I don't look at it like from an art point of view, where I'm like, this is a really good scene or anything. I turn it on, I find something good enough, I spend 3 minutes doing my shit, and then I'm off to do whatever the fuck I'm doing. It's just like a quick, I gotta do this and I'm done thing.
Right.
But lately, I've been sitting there trying to do it, and I'm like thinking about like, I wonder where they are right now. Like the setting, like, I wonder if they're in Los Angeles, or they're like in the woods somewhere, like way on the hills in Los Angeles. How much does their house cost? I'm thinking all kinds of weird shit that I should not be thinking of, and it's not helping at all. So instead of just seeing the aesthetics of everything, going, oh, dick in butt, or just dick in hole, I'm just like, huh. And it's because of that whole I've seen it a million times thing. Mm-hmm. You can only plug a bitch a couple... You can only watch a chick get plugged by so many black dudes so many times before it's like, yeah, I've seen this before. Yeah, your skin's a different color, your face looks a little different, but at the same time, it's like, yeah, I don't know, man.
That's why I gave up on porn in the first place. It was just all too fake for me. I couldn't do it. You're just watching these really cheesy storylines.
Well, they were funny at first.
You're right. All these like cheesy build-ups and all this, and you see it a million times, and you're just like, man, why is there 15 minutes of an intro to this thing that's only going to take me 2 minutes to do? Like, why do I have to watch all this exposition? Like,
yeah, like I gotta watch her walk around for like 5 minutes, and then she crawls on her knees. And you just from behind for another 10 minutes, and it's like, when's the action start? Like you would not see that in an action movie. Like, all right, this is what we're gonna show you. Like, you're not gonna fucking see like a car for 10 minutes. They're not gonna really sell that car for 15 whole minutes just to watch it get smashed into a brick wall. You're like, I really had an emotional connection with that Jaguar. And you just drove into a brick wall?
Especially when you're only waiting for that person to hit it into the wall. So, like...
Exactly!
There's a 20 minutes worth of video, and even when the intro is only 5 minutes before the racers get on the track, yeah, sure, it's enjoyable watching the racers on the track, but I'm only here to see the wall crashing part so that I can crash my wall. And so I'll just skip to the last 30 seconds of the video. Even it does,
the good part.
Exactly. It doesn't matter how much exposition there was. I'll just straight up go to the fucking the last 30 seconds.
Because the screen keeps going off. So Jared
watches amateur porn because it's more realistic. And once he said that too, I was, I should start watching amateur porn. But still, it's still just too, I don't know, you process information differently when looking through a screen. One of my massage teachers actually brings that up whenever he's letting us record a certain technique or something. He says, hold the camera down at like chest height or so and make sure that you are recording but you're watching with your eyes, because if you're watching through a screen, like even though you're watching the same thing, there's a difference between watching it through a screen and watching it actually, something psychological that just messes with how you process information. So I'm watching porn and I'm just like, this is fake. This is too fake for me, even if it's amateur. I was going to say though, or ask, have you ever seen an amateur porn in which they actually try to be professional about it? Like they try to have that expositional intro in the beginning?
I may have.
Like, oh, hi brother, blah blah blah, like, oh, hi sister, da da da, but it's on the amateur level, so it's that much more cringy and that much more unbelievable.
Yeah, but it's also, I mean, it's funny. I mean,
yeah.
Porn is like the ICP of the entertainment industry. Because they laugh at themselves. They know they're shitty, their acting is shitty, so they don't try very hard. I mean, I'm not saying ICP doesn't try very hard, but after this whole fucking juggalo thing about they're okay with their shit sucking, and that's what porn is, because, I mean, they're going to watch either whether it sucks or not.
Yeah.
I used to watch amateur porn. I mean, like college stuff where some chick is in a dorm room getting plugged by two dudes. I feel like I should just stop saying plugged. Like she's a light socket. I do believe that women are people too, not just objects in which our dicks fit into.
Not just holes to be plugged.
Yeah, god damn it. So, but I have like a ghost story. I am forever haunted by amateur porn. I don't know if I can watch it ever again.
Okay.
Dude. Okay, so I'm a huge fan of anal, and
who isn't?
I did not. I should have read the signs, but I didn't. Little background story. You may have heard this story before. After Cindy cheated on me and shit dissolved eventually, I got drunk and I hooked up with a Craigslist chick. She was super cool at first. She picked me up at nighttime. She didn't seem that bad. I was like, okay, whatever. We're going to go over. We're going to plow, and then everything's going to be fine. It does not happen like it does in the porns, especially when you're like me and need to have some fucking just minuscule amount of knowing this person before I can do anything. So anyway, 4 hours later we fuck, and then she takes me home. I mean, I found out how ugly she was with the lights on, and then afterwards she was like, yeah, people are asking me, how can you bring a child into this world without having a job? And I went, oh shit. Like, yeah, I gotta go to the welfare office tomorrow and I'm unemployment. I'm like, oh shit.
Whoops.
And then she's like, yeah, well, she's talking about like how Mexicans are stealing our jobs and shit. And I went, oh shit.
Oh fuck.
I was like, how the fuck? I just fucked this chick that I do not, like, I don't fucking, like, I had no problem if she's on welfare or whatever, but she wanted to bring a kid in this world just to be a selfish asshole like everybody else. But then she was like anti-Mexican. I'm like, all her beliefs are the complete opposite of mine, and I just put my dick in you. And the whole reason she was on Craigslist was the first place where she's like, I'm ovulating and need somebody to knock me up. And I went, I'm drunk. I just went through a horrible fucking shit show of a relationship. Let's do this. Luckily for me, nothing came of it. But that's another story. So with that whole just context, I went into this thing thinking, oh, okay, cool. So this chick is pliable for what I need her to be, and she doesn't seem that picky, sweet, awesome, nice. Then later found out that she was redneck trailer trash from Tennessee, which isn't that big of a deal, but...
She's from Tennessee?
Yeah, she had Tennessee on her arm, and I was like, that's kind of dope. Haystacks from Tennessee. And the Music Hall of Fame is in Tennessee.
Yeah.
Actually, I kind of wonder why she wasn't cooler for being from Tennessee. Anyway, so I was watching this fucking amateur porno where it just said amateur anal, and I went, sweet. And it was just these two white people, and dude's friend just happened to be cool enough to record, and they're fucking, and the chick's decent looking. I don't know, she's not really a MILF. In retrospect, I should have never even clicked it because they were not porn material. It was very authentic porn.
Oh.
I don't know if she had stretch marks or not. She had a bit of a beer belly, which is, I mean, not a huge one. That was fine, but she was older, should never have even done it. I feel like it was just a private collection. Somebody went, let's see how many people like this. Anyway, he eventually puts it in her ass, and he pulls out, and half of his dick is brown.
No.
I've never seen that in professional porn. And so that's why I'm totally okay with some chick licking another chick's dirt star, or sucking on a man's member after it leaves said dirt star for a period of time, because I know that they're cleanly. But this chick went ATM with the Hershey squirts on his sea cucumber. And it was god-awful. I was like, and then after that, for some reason, like, the entire time I couldn't tell. But once she was like, she said something, I can't remember, she got shy all of a sudden. She, like, flipped off the bed, and she was like, don't do that. I was like, holy shit, she has a redneck accent. How did I not? I had like cum goggles or something. I was blinded.
Cum goggles?
Some shit, I just needed a jizz. I didn't care what was going on, and dude, it was horrible.
Imagining, like you in a bukkake yourself, and people are just coming up to jizz, like, right in both of your eyes. And it's, like, after the fact, and you just have, like, two pools. Kind of like how people who put cucumbers over their eyes, but you just have two, like, jizz plates. And those are cum goggles.
Like, what are those, the old school airplane goggles, the pilot goggles that were really thick that came out?
Yeah.
Like 3 inches from your face. But the lenses have been cut out and they're flipped over. So they're just there's like little buckets on your face. So like you're only getting jizz in your eyes.
What if...
that was a horrible terminology. I should have not said cum goggles. I was asking for that shit.
Yeah, I got it. God, that's so gross, though.
It was horrible, man.
Dude, shit is one of the weirdest... I don't even know how people will get into that fetish, but
child abuse. Being abused like a motherfucker.
Yeah, it's something. It's something. Maybe people really liked mud when they were little.
Dude, I ate mud as a child because I was stupid enough to think, oh, it's nature's chocolate. But I'm not into eating shit.
Maybe that's it. Maybe people started associating shit with chocolate. They're big chocolate eaters.
Dude.
Oh, natural chocolate.
Can you imagine if Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory was like a German Scheisse porn? Just a river of shit?
Are you saying that Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory is not a German? They had that big river going right down the middle. That boy got covered in it.
I wonder how many weird fetish people jizz, like, oh, they just pictured it as shit. Maybe that's the real thing. Holy shit. You're saying it's not a German China sport? Yeah, and all the Oopa Woopas are like elf sex slaves.
Yeah.
I wonder if Santa's elves double as sex slaves.
Willy Wonka is truly the most bizarre and creative porn ever made. It has little people, it has shit.
Has adults there to watch their children be abused?
Yep. That should have been Serbian film. Took them to the Willy Wonka factory.
How the fuck did Christians not go in an uproar about Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory? That's what I want to know.
Right, how he's like the Santa of candy.
He really is. They should have crucified Willy Wonka. Then they would have got an uproar.
You know what I heard? Oh, wait, no, this wasn't a global thing, my bad. I was just like, wait a minute. Fucking Jared got raised by religious folks. And a common thing for religious folks is that they hate Pokemon because it has elements of evolution. And they hate Harry Potter because it's witchcraft. Apparently, for whatever reason, his parents...
Wait, do you mean witchcraft or dark magic?
Both. Whatever excuse they want to say is against God and blah, blah, blah. They don't let their kids enjoy it. But weirdly, Jared was telling me that his parents, like, they were against Pokemon, but they weren't against Harry Potter. So, like, he was allowed to read Harry Potter, and I gave him that look like, what? That makes no fucking sense. Witchcraft! I would expect, if any family was going to say, okay, you can have one or the other, I would think people would take Pokemon over Harry Potter. I would think...
This is a cartoon?
Only because I would think that evolution is just slightly less blasphemous than straight up witchcraft.
Yeah. You know what? It's a element of, just for the basis of both of them. They're both science.
Yeah.
Magic would be science, and evolution is not necessarily science, but it was discovered by science.
Right.
But you know, religion and science have always been they're natural enemies.
Mm-hmm.
Logic versus faith.
Mm-hmm.
I could have said something out. I could have just been an asshole, and then using your brains versus being a dum-dum.
Versus not. Yeah. Although, they do share similarities in that both religious people, like church members of the church, as well as scientists, they both lie and cheat in order to further their own agenda. For example, the moon landing. You know, ain't no motherfuckers landed on the moon, but scientists had to claim that we had the technology there and that we were totally capable of doing it, and then we totally did it, not because it was the truth, but because we had a race to win with the fucking Russians.
That was the only fucking reason.
Exactly, and yeah, that's just my point. Or if there was ever, scientists are very competitive with one another, because if they're both chasing the same thing, like, yeah, they communicate with one another, because that's how science is supposed to work. Like, oh, we're working together towards this cure for cancer. But underlying that is a very deep, very obvious level of passive aggressivism between scientists, because they each want to be the one who gets credited with the breakthrough that caused the discovery of for the cure of cancer, or the process, or whatever. So it's like, yeah, they're kind of working together, but they're also desperately competing against each other, trying to be the one. And in that competition, you get scientists lying to the general public and to fellow scientists, doing no greater good for mankind whatsoever, just so that they can throw their colleagues off the trail, or just so that they can... that's exactly it. They're just trying to get one ahead on their fucking colleagues, and then the general public has to suffer for it because of their agenda. Same thing with religious people. Like, they're trying to get more people to conform to their masses and their beliefs and everything, so they have to lie and be as manipulative as possible.
There is actually in the movie Angels vs. Demons, the Tom Hanks movie, I love how that dude's movies and books are always based in actual things. I can't remember the fucking name of the machine, but there was a machine that they're working on antimatter, the God particle, with. Somewhere in Switzerland or Sweden.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
It might be the exact same thing.
The Hadron Collider.
Yes, thank you. So, I was watching a documentary on it to make sure, because I was like, this guy he's crazy creative to make up shit like this. No, it's real. Well, they're talking about how they withhold publishing shit because they don't want other people to steal it, and then with means more greater than theirs, or more money to surpass them. They publish it, but then again, people don't care how the iPhone was invented, or how TVs can now be turned on by talking to them, or how they're 3D. They just go, shut up, science bitch, and make my technology. So they can publish it like, oh shit, we found God, and nobody's gonna see it until God just happens to pop up and goes, what's up, motherfuckers? Like, oh shit, it's God.